This is why I don't leave the house. You say the coast is clear, but you won't catch me out. Oh, why? Welcome back to another video, and today I'll be reviewing Paramore's latest album. This is why. It's right here. You see it? But yes, I know I'm late, but hey, better late than never. Now, when Paramore had announced This Is Why, the single, it could not have come at a more perfect time for me. I was on this Paramore album binge and I was like, damn, like, they haven't released an album in a minute or any new music in a long time. So I go and check their Instagram and I'm like, oh shit, I don't follow them. So I followed them, and just as I followed them, they had announced This Is Why. And boy, when I tell y'all, I found out it was a single leading to an album in there. I was hyped out of my mind. This is why it's not only a great single, but a perfect way to kick off the album. Great reintroduction to the band. This is why it clocks in at 36 minutes and contains 10 tracks. Coming into this album, I was expecting something more mature, showing their age a bit, but still having that recognizable Paramore sound. This album has many layers to it that help tell a deep and complex story. This album was great. It really resonated with me on so many levels. This not only showed the growth of the band, but Hayley as well. It shows the age, the wisdom, the change, and still has a recognizable sound that really makes this album whole. Paramore has been through changes, whether it be in members or the direction it wants to head in. The music is bound to change with it, and this album in particular brings a lot of fantastic changes with it. Now, let's get into these pros. Is why Hayley Williams is such a great vocalist. There's no Paramore album where I'm like, she just straight up sucks. On this record, not unlike their others, you can feel every emotion conveyed simply through her angelic vocals. When she wants you to get hyped, you better stand up right now. Get up. But when she wants you to understand the introspective nature of the lyrics, the changes she's been through, you feel that. You feel her pain. You feel her frustration. Damn, do you feel it? It just really helps make this album what it's supposed to be. The changes that the band has gone through, the changes that we have gone through as we've matured with Paramore. I mean, Paramore has been around since what, the early 2000s? Most of us are in our 20s if we've grown up with Paramore. We're changing with the music. It's a beautiful thing. And, just on top of that, like I said, Hayley is just an out of this world vocalist. Love you, Hayley. You're the best. Speaking of sounds, in general, this album is just really well put together. From the drums to the well placed, what I assume, saxophone, you hear them holes loud and clear. Everything sounds great. Nothing is muddied or underdeveloped. It all feels great in the headphones. I particularly like the drums here and how they come in, and how Zach is really killing it on the kit and giving what is needed. Josh is also a badass on the guitar with a lot of great riffs on here. One that comes to mind is on the song Figure 8, and there's just that song by itself is just killer. The hook and the beat is catchy, and Josh is coming in just going like killing it on guitar. Oh my gosh, I have to hear that song live. I know Paramore is on tour right now. Gotta see them. Well, the way concert tickets work, I don't think I will be attending a Paramore live concert. That's a whole another conversation in and of itself. But back to how great this album sounds. The production value is great. Everyone sounds great, and everyone's sound is developed and really helps round out this album. The lyrics.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
The lyrics, man. I don't even know where to begin. This album really shines through its lyrics. It really shines through its lyrics. Of course, there's no album without lyrics, but really the strong suit of this album is how the lyrics help convey and help tell a complex and layered story that really, like I said in the beginning, really resonates with me. There's so many good and quotable lyrics here that when you really break down, it's so deep and meaningful and very much like a look inside yourself type beat. I got one for y'all right now. On the song Crave, She says, all it took me to cry was being alive. Dude, just singing that, like, I got goosebumps. And I'm not the greatest singer. I'm not even the best, a good singer. But just the lyrics alone send chills up my spine. That lyric is so relatable. There's so much going on in the world today that literally just being alive is like, dude, I want to break down. There's so much happening all at once. And there's so much information, there's so much misinformation, and there's just so much to take in this internet age that it just becomes so overwhelming that we're just like, dude, I just want to sit down, cry it out. I can't. And there's so many lyrics just like the one on Crave that when you really break down, it's like, oh my god, like literally listen and really tune into the lyrics of this album. This is not a kiddie, like, rock hype, get into it. Like, these are really, like I said, what I expected from this album. Very mature, very introspective, and really make you think. This album's strong suit is the lyrics, just breaking it down and really ingesting the information that the group wants you to ingest. It just makes this album experience 10 times better. Another one that came to my mind is off You First. She says, everyone is a bad guy, and there's no way to know who's the worst. Da, da, da. I had that in there, bro. That beat, oh my gosh, I love that song. But damn, like, that's another one where it's like, we're all humans. We've all done bad things. Hell, maybe we're all bad people. But there are some people out here who genuinely, like, are the worst, and it's so hard to tell. But hey, I hope when karma finds you, it gets you first and does you like this. Fight back! Fight back! W lyrics, W songs, just all around a great job with how these songs are written and how they continue to develop and tell the story. The lyrics are great, but what would the lyrics be without direction and theme to help develop the story of This Is Why? And man, there are some great themes on here covered. Each theme is handled with the respect and grace that it needs to be handled with to fully convey what the group is trying to convey with the story. Themes covered are like running out of time, the exploitative nature of the news, love, hate, looking at yourself and being like, damn, am I like the bad guy, or like, damn, I've been lying to you this whole entire time. The song Liar. Like, there's just so many themes on here that are handled so beautifully and can only be handled the way it was handled through them changing and growing in their age and their wisdom from living in this life for so long. I looked this up. I didn't know Hayley Williams was 34. Dude, she looks phenomenal. If she ever sees this review, which I highly doubt, but like, she looks great. I'm seeing her up there on concert, and she just has such grace to her. When you listen to this album, you can tell that Hayley is aged, has more wisdom, has more experience in this industry, and has been through a lot. These themes are well developed and well handled through each song. This album also deserves a massive round of applause for the way the songs are structured and how the album is structured. Like I said, This Is Why was a great way to kick off the album and reintroduce us to some classic Paramore sound and just Hayley's epic voice. But the way that each song flows from one another and is structured is amazing. No, there's no pop out transitions like we're listening to Beyonce's Renaissance, but the way each song develops off of the beat and flows from one to another is chef's kiss. In my reviews, I'm also a huge fan of how albums open and close, and I'm pleased to announce to y'all that I'm a huge fan of how the album opens and closes. It opens more with, oh man, leave me alone, like, I'm introverted, y'all go away, like, I don't want to deal with y'all, to being more like looking inward and Hayley's own feelings on things. Even with my problem with Thick Skull, which we're about to get into soon, I think it was a good way to close the album, and the haunting lyric of just talking about, like, damn, like, y'all caught me red-handed, like, damn, y'all finally caught me. Great song structure, and it really helps make this album whole. There's so much great about this album that I love. My favorite songs off of here are, of course, This Is Why, The News, Running Out of Time. Running Out of Time is like my national anthem. Funny enough, I was listening to that song before I recorded this album because I have like tons of things to do today. So always Running Out of Time, You First, Figure Eight, and Crave are my all-time favorite off of this album. While I can sing this album's praises to the high mountains, there are some issues that I have with this project, and let's get into those. This is why. Dude, I swear I say this every review, but this album was too short. And I usually say that's like, oh, I just want to hear the artist more. But genuinely, like, the length of this project was an issue for me. And it's only 36 minutes. Like, dude, seriously? We've been waiting how many years? Like 5 years going on 6 for a new music, and only 36 minutes. I was at least expecting something that was like 40 minutes ish, 50 pushing it. But no, it's really short, and it really like goes like the time really goes by, and it really is a problem for me because I feel like a lot of times in the album the story was cut short and they had like time constraints. Like I said, Thick Skull's a great way to close it, good way to close it, but I feel like she had more to say. I feel like there was more for her to go on about. And of course, that's what the next album's job is, to discuss whatever they want to discuss next. But I just really wanted more. I just really wanted to see what Hayley was going to talk about next. So maybe that's a good thing. And hell, our attention spans are ass now. So you kind of have to make these albums short. But it is what it is. I just really wish they could have developed some of the story elements and themes a little bit more. But with the time they were given, they did a pretty good job. This is a nitpick, but the song titles were really simple. It's a huge nitpick, but it was like, This Is Why, Running Out of Time. Like, come on, like, can we get a little something? But no, that's just a nitpick. However, all in all, this was a fantastic project. I give This Is Why a stunning and deserved 8 out of 10. Get that. This Is Why does everything I wanted it to. It covers themes in a mature and respectful way and handles it all with grace. No, this is not Riot or All We Know Days Paramore anymore. They've grown, they've matured, they have to change with how they've changed. And that's the beauty of art. This is a spectacular commentary on us as humans and how we're influenced by the exploitative nature of the news, or how even we just want to be left alone, and how pandemic and COVID really messed us up, all while having a kick-ass sound filled in with the amazing vocals by Hayley, kick-ass drums with Zach, and amazing guitar strumming and riffs by Josh. I'm excited to see what Paramore has in stores for us next. And that was my review on This Is Why. What did you think of This Is Why? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it too short? Was it too long? What's your favorite songs? What's your least favorite songs? I would love to have a discussion with you on the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on my next YouTube video. Peace.